My name is Nina. I'm a radiation oncology chemotherapy nurse, and also, by good fortune, I became a Pilates classical instructor. Happy Friday. We're going to do what I call Pilates fusion class this morning. We'll incorporate a little bit of meditation, some gentle yoga, and some classical mat Pilates. And first I want to start with a relaxation pose that's great for your back. If you're ever having one of those days where your back feels a little tight, if you've been at doctor's appointments, or maybe perhaps a long drive in the car, or too sedentary that day. And it's also what I call my go-to for today. If there's any exercise that makes your body a little angry, this is your relaxation choice, because I want you to all have a great experience. This is your own class. So we're going to start with coming onto our back, and you can close your eyes if you want, creating some calm, taking a deep breath in and letting it all go. And we're just going to gently roll on our backs, making our lumbar spine a bit happier today, and creating some calm for ourselves, some stress reduction, getting our body a little stronger than yesterday. Let's close our eyes. You can think of your happy place, or perhaps even just a color, like maybe a gentle orange for energy, or a lavender for calm. Let's take a deep breath in and let it all go. Another deep breath in and letting it all go. So this is the exercise I call baby back roll. So if anything is too difficult today, or it's making your body angry, this is a good one we can come into. Baby back roll. We're going to move on now to our happy baby. So let's grab our big toes, gently stretching out our back, becoming a little bit more flexible than perhaps we were a few hours ago when we just woke up. Happy Friday, everybody. Let's create some good energy today, some mindfulness, some positive intentions, creating some calm, and remembering our breath. Let's take a deep breath in and letting it all go. Alrighty, so while we're down on our mat, let's come into some bridging. So you can put your feet flat on your mat. Let's take a deep breath in and exhale. Let's roll our shoulder blades back so that our scapula, our shoulder blades, are connected to the mat. Joseph Pilates used to say, let's crack the walnut. Pull our abs in nice and tight. And we're going to bring our arms long and strong so our whole body is connected to the mat. Our feet are flat on the mat. And we're going to gently bring up our lower back, middle back, upper back, all the way to the ceiling. And let's just hold this for a few seconds, keeping our abs nice and tight, and our glutes are nice and tight too. And we can bring our hips to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left. Let's bring those hips center. Taking a deep breath in, and letting it all go. One more deep breath in, and exhale. And remember the calm that we create today on our mat, we can bring into our lives, remembering to always work on our breath. In times of joy, in times of stress, maybe even when you're in traffic. Alrighty, let's take another deep breath all the way in and exhale. And we're slowly going to bring our back all gently, one vertebrae at a time, honoring that spine, coming all the way back down to the mat. And then we're going to bring it all the way up. And let's hold this for 20 seconds. I'm sure you're feeling even a little bit stronger already. And then slowly bringing that back all the way back. We're going to come all the way up, peeling that back off the mat. And now we're going to add an add-on. We are going to paint some stripes on the ceiling. Let's shoot that right leg long, pointing that foot, that right foot. The left hip is maintaining a few inches off the mat, and we're going to bring that right leg slowly down, pretending that we have some paint on there. We're painting some stripes on the wall, and we're going to bring it even with the opposite leg and then bring it all the way back up. So let's do 10 leg lifts. So we're on 2. You can count with me if you'd like. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then let's just add a few little circles with that pointed foot, maybe the size of a tennis ball, and then reverse them. And then we're going to pretend we have a 50-pound weight on this leg, and slowly with control, bring it all the way back down to the mat. The foot is flat again. And let's take a deep breath in and let it all go. Let's point that opposite foot when we're working on our left leg right now. It is pointed to the ceiling, and we're maintaining that right hip off the mat. And we're going to do 10 stripes again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, and let's slowly bring that leg gently all the way back down to the mat. And now let's go into that baby back roll relaxation pose, bringing our knees to our chest, rolling out our spine. And then let's just flip over. You might want to grab a little sip of water, staying hydrated. Alrighty, and we're going to come into some gentle yoga. Let's start with our angry cat. So we are on our knees and our hands are connected to the mat, and they're actually, our fingers are spaced a little bit. And we're going to take a deep breath in and bring up our back into a C curve. And we're going to let our head gently relax, hanging between our arms. Let's take a deep breath in. Bringing that spine all the way up into a C curve. And then we're going to bring the belly to the mat and exhale. Taking a deep breath in. And exhaling. Again. Let's go 2 more times. Last time for now. And we're going to come up now onto our toes into downward dog. And let's just enjoy that nice gentle stretch, letting our head hang. And we're going to walk out that dog, bringing one foot all the way up and down, doing that nice gentle calf stretch. And now you have a choice. You can come into King Cobra, relaxing, letting your belly a few inches above the mat, coming to a hyperextension. You can also bring your legs all the way back down. The mat is a little more gentle. If you're feeling super strong today, you can come back up in that plank position. You can hold a plank. If your wrists are weak at all, or you're a beginner in planking, you can come down to your forearms and hold that plank for a few seconds. This is a total body strengthening workout that we're doing right now. Let's bring the belly all the way back down to the mat. And we're going to come right now into a gentle stretching pose called rocker, that we're going to, if you can reach for your ankles, you can try it. Or you can go into the baby back rolls now too. And I'm just stretching out my legs and gently bringing my chest. This is great for range of motion off the mat. Try to hold it for maybe 10 or 20 seconds. And then letting it all go. Coming back down to your mat, taking a deep breath in and exhaling. We're going to come now into child's pose, another gentle yoga pose. So we are on our knees and we are going to walk our fingers out, bringing our forehead down to the mat, stretching out that lumbar spine. Our big toes are touching. And let's just take a moment for some self-care, stretching out our spine, taking some deep breaths in and exhaling. Try to walk your fingers out a little bit more, working on that gentle back stretch. And let's come back into downward dog, bringing the feet all the way up. Hands are flat on the mat, fingers are a little bit stretched, letting your head hang, and walking out that dog. Your calves are probably feeling a little bit looser now. knees back down to the mat and just working an angry cat and cow a little bit. And our feet are flat on the mat. Let's gently bring that back all the way up into a C curve, taking a deep breath in. And the belly coming back down on the mat and exhaling. Taking a deep breath in. And exhale. One more time, deep breath in. And exhale. Let's gently coming all the way back up. Working on our balance this morning, and I would recommend coming off the mat barefoot. And if you are a beginner to balance work, you can perhaps hold onto a chair or a couch. We're going to take a deep breath in. Let's just start off with some shoulder shrugs. Rolling the shoulder blades back, and then rolling forward. Taking a deep breath in, and then we'll go. Bringing our arms all the way out to a T, rolling the shoulder blades back, opening up that chest, so good for range of motion. And let's just work on bring your arms out to a T, doing some small tennis ball circles, and then reversing it. I just have to move my mat a little bit. Okay. So let's roll our shoulder blades back, bring the arms to T position, taking a deep breath in, and then we'll go bringing our arms together in prayer position, choosing somewhere in the room to gaze at, and we're going to bring that right leg up. And again, you can always hold on to a chair if you are new to balance work. Let's try to reconnect and roll your shoulder blades back, opening that chest. And if you lose your balance, just bring it up again. This is your own private class. And then let's slowly, with control, bring that leg all the way back down to the mat. Let's roll our shoulder blades back a few times. Let's bring our hands to our hips and just loosen our neck up, doing some little circles. A good place to hide your stress. And let's reverse that neck roll. Take a deep breath in, rolling the shoulder blades back again a few times. Bringing the arms out to that beautiful T position, working on that range of motion, opening up the chest. This is a great one that you can do all the time. Just tiny circle rolls like a tennis ball. And we're going to bring those arms together again in the prayer position, bringing up that opposite leg. Choosing somewhere in the room to gaze at. Let's slowly, with control, bring that leg all the way back down to the mat. Let's bring the arms together to your ceiling, grabbing that big ball of energy to heart center, taking a deep breath in and letting all go. Let's again bring the arms to the ceiling, and we're going to come all the way down to our coccyx bone, and we're just going to do a forward fold, letting those arms hang, and then we can come into some small tennis ball rolling. And this is another great one to do at home or anywhere if your back is feeling a little bit tight. And then of course you can come into a grandfather clock pendulum. Let's reverse those circles. Alrighty, we're going to move on to some classical Pilates mat work now. So you can lay down on your back on the mat, or you can also try this balance pose, standing up tall at the edge of your mat, rolling those shoulder blades back, again opening your chest, bringing your arms into a genie pose, and we are going to, let's bring our non-dominant foot behind our dominant, and we're slowly going to come down one vertebrae at a time, or mat, and we're going to start off working on our hundreds this morning. So there's two ways of doing it. A little more gentle is to bring your knees into tabletop, rolling our shoulder blades back. Only bring your neck off the mat if it's not bothering you, and we're going to pump our arms long and strong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you could do your hundreds like this in tabletop. If you want a little challenge this morning, you can bring your legs long. Make sure your back is connected to the mat. And then of course you can alternate too, which I think I'm going to do it this way this morning. Feels a little more gentle on my back, especially if your back naturally has that curve in it. You can connect a little better to the mat in the tabletop position. Let's take a deep breath in and bring everything back down to the mat. Let's bring our knees to our chest and give ourselves a nice big hug, and rolling out our lower spine. Please hydrate a lot today with water. If you feel a little achy after class, always a good idea to grab a Gatorade or a glass of orange juice. Potassium, magnesium, sodium, any of those water electrolyte drinks. All right, we're going to come back into our happy baby now, grabbing our big toes, rolling out our spine. And I'm just going to grab a sip of water. We're going to start off with our one leg circles this morning. Hope everybody's doing great. So let's bring our right leg to the ceiling pointed. We're going to roll our shoulder blades back, opening that chest, always doing that great range of motion and posture, pulling in our belly. Arms are long, connected to the mat, and your circle should be as big or as small that feels great on your body, and keeping that left hip engaged to the mat. So I'm going to start off doing some small circles. You can even make them super small if that feels better. This is a great hip opener. Pausing up at the top, circling around. Let's do 5 more. reversing it. And then let's slowly, we're gonna do some isometrics. Pretend there's a 50-pound weight on that leg and slowly bring it all the way back down to the mat. And then we're going to shoot up our left leg to the ceiling pointed. And we're going to do our circles on our left leg, keeping that right hip connected to the mat. And let's reverse that circle. And slowly bring that leg all the way back down to the mat. And we're going to come into the baby back roll again, giving yourself a nice big hug. I'm hoping to create some calm this morning and happy backs. Alrighty, let's grab those big toes, rolling out our spine a little more. You should feel a little bit more flexible now. Alrighty, we're going to come into one of my favorites, scissors. We are going to slowly come off the mat, and you're going to be flexing that right foot to the ceiling, that nice stretch. And the opposite foot is also engaged, and it's held a few inches above the mat, and now I'm going to switch it. And let's come into that baby back roll again, giving yourself a nice big hug. Alrighty, we're gonna move now into our single leg pull. Let's take a deep breath in, and let it all go. Let's bring our shoulder blades off the mat, bringing our right knee to our chest. Left leg is long. Pull, pull on that knee, and then switch it. Pull, pull. Switch it. Pull, pull. Switch it. Pull, pull. Do this one a few times. Bring our knees to our chest and roll out our spine. Alrighty, we're gonna move on now to our lower lift. So this exercise, have a little sip of water. There's two ways of doing it. A more gentle way is to bring your hands together like a diamond. And I'm going to come down to the mat. So I'm going to put that diamond underneath my seat, and I'm going to shoot my legs up to the ceiling pointed. Lower, 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 lift. Lower, 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 lift. Or if you want to be a little more advanced, you can cradle your neck. Lower, 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 lift. Lower, 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 lift. Lower, 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 lift. Let's lift in one and come up in three. 1, 2, 3. Lower, 1, 2, 3. Lower, 1, 2, 3. Lower, 1, 2, 3. Bringing your knees to your chest. Okay, our last ab series exercise is called crisscross. You might have done something like this in grade school. This is a Pilates exercise, so it's a little bit different, and I will demonstrate. I'm going to cradle my neck. I'm going to shoot my right leg long and bring that knee to my armpit and then switch it. And then you can come back into that baby back roll. Alrighty, we're going to do an exercise called mermaid now. This is one of my favorites, and it's gentle. So we're going to come up sitting on our side. Let's roll those shoulder blades back. I'm holding my left ankle with my left hand. I'm going to shoot my right arm all the way up by my ear. I'm going to take a deep breath in and exhale and bring that arm into a gentle rainbow, pulling out of my obliques. And then of course exhale. Just gently come out of that rainbow. And perhaps this time you might be able to stretch a little deeper out of those obliques to the ceiling and coming into that nice rainbow. And gently coming all the way back. Last time, make it your best. Just pull a little bit deeper gently out of those obliques, coming into that rainbow. Gently coming all the way back up, and we're going to switch on our opposite side, holding that right ankle. Left arm comes all the way up by the ear, and I'm going to take a deep breath in and exhaling, coming to that rainbow, gently pulling from the obliques and exhaling. Bringing that arm all the way up again by our ear. Let's try to pull a little bit deeper from the obliques into that rainbow stretch. All the way back up. Let's try to, last time, a little deeper stretch. Whatever feels good to your body today. Take a deep breath in and exhale. One more deep breath in. Alrighty, so we're working on calm and happy backs this morning. We're going to do an exercise now called rolling like a ball, and I will demonstrate. So hands come into prayer position, and then I'm opening that book and grabbing my ankles, and feet are coming a few inches off the ground, and I will demonstrate. I'm going to gently roll back onto my shoulder blades. This is supposed to be a fun exercise, making you feel like a kid. So I'm going to roll back and then coming all the way back up. So you can try this on your own, and let's try to do maybe 3 to 5. Alrighty, time for a little sip of water, and we're going to move on to some leg lifts. So if you do not feel comfortable coming onto your side, you can always do leg lifts standing, holding onto a chair, and just bringing one leg at a time up, and then you can do some circles. So always ways to modify exercises to make them perfect for everybody's fitness level. So right now I'm coming into a banana pose. So I am long against the mat, but my feet are coming forward and they are together. I'm going to pull my belly in tight, and I'm just going to bring that top leg forward and back, and it is pointed. I'm doing this very slow because my body is engaged to the mat. Okay, let's do 5 more. Bring that leg nice and strong, a little more flexible today. And then we're going to bring it back to the opposite foot, and we're gonna just double check, pull that belly in. The leg is continued to be pointed coming up and flexed coming down. Now we're going to come into some circles. So that leg, your circles can be small or they could be bigger. Brushing the opposite foot, coming around, pausing up at the top. Nice gentle hip opener. This is all low impact exercise, and you're just working against your own body weight. And it's such a nice thing because all you need is your mat. You can stick with me, learn some new exercises, try to do a few of your favorites for a few minutes every day. Alrighty, let's reverse this circle up at the top, going the opposite direction, counterclockwise. One more, and then we're going to gently bring that leg in, and we're going to work on our inner thigh, maintaining that belly in. Let's push our knee up just a little bit gently and turn our foot to the opposite foot, and the inner leg is flexed and pointed, and we're going to bring it up 10 times. And then come into those baby circles. Now let's reverse them. Now we're going to flip onto the opposite side. Again, coming into that banana pose, which is straight on our mat, and feet are coming forward, bellies are in. Feet are pointed, and we're going to do our forward and backs. And then let's bring those feet together. We're going to point the foot coming up and flex it coming down. And now we are going to proceed to our circles, bringing that leg up, pausing up the top, bringing it slowly down with control, brushing the opposite foot. Now let's reverse those circles. And now we're going to work on our inner thighs. So let's bring that foot forward. And we're going to gently press that knee up, maybe an inch, and flip that foot to the other foot, checking our bellies that they're still engaged. And we're going to point that inner leg, doing some leg lifts up and down. And then coming into small circles. And then reversing it. And bring that leg all the way back down. Let's do a challenge exercise, and then we're going to come on to our meditation in closing. Just going to have a sip of water, and I'm going to teach everybody teaser. Alrighty, so teaser, there's a few ways of doing this exercise, and you might have heard something similar called bow pose in yoga. So I am sitting up on my sits bones, and I'm just going to bring my arms and my legs all the way back out and holding that challenging pose, feeling pretty strong, even though I might be shaking a little bit, and then bringing the legs all the way back down. Let's just come into a gentle forward fold, bringing the legs out as wide as the mat almost, and just coming forward like there's a big beach ball, and I am shooting my tailbone out the opposite way, coming into that gentle two-way Pilates stretch, and then slowly coming all the way back up, and I'm going to roll those shoulder blades back, opening the chest and trying to elongate my spine, shooting my hips down into the mat. Now we're going to come all the way forward again, taking a deep breath in, and we'll go. Coming all the way back up, rolling back those shoulders, trying to grow a little taller today, and then coming forward. All the way back up. Alrighty, we're going to try teaser one more time. So there's two ways of doing it. The easier way, I think, is to just come up on the sits bones, bringing the arms long, and then shooting the feet out. And the other way you can try it, a little more challenging, is to lay down on your back, roll the shoulder blades back, and I'm going to bring up my legs and arms together, and then trying to hold it a few seconds. Alrighty. So, let's just end with something fun. I'm feeling like a little beachy dream. This is called can-can. We're going to have our toes touching the ground, and I'm going to bring my knees together to the right, to the left, to the right, and then shooting them long, holding that pose, and then bringing them center again. Left, right, left, long. All right, one more time on each side. Right, left, right again, long, center, left, right, left, long. All right, ladies, we're coming to our meditation time. I'm so proud of everybody. Take a little sip of water, whatever you got going there, your Gatorade. You can choose to sit in crisscross applesauce, or you can lay down on your mat, closing your eyes, feeling that good, calm energy, Hopefully your back is a little bit happier. Let's take a deep breath in and letting it all go. Again, another deep breath in. And let's just continue thinking of mindfulness, living in the present today, working on our breath. And I'm just going to read a few inspirational quotes in closing, hoping that you can hold on to your calm and some joy today during your Friday, living in the present. Let's take another deep breath in. Meditation is a practice where an individual uses a technique such as mindfulness to train attention and awareness and achieve a mentally clear and emotionally calm and stable state. Buddha was asked, "What have you gained from meditation?" And he replied, "Nothing. However, I have lost anger, anxiety, depression, and insecurity." Let's take a deep breath in and let it all go. Another deep breath in. All right, ladies, let's slowly open your eyes. And I would like, in closing, to come to a standing position, standing up nice and tall, seeking some joy today, rolling your shoulder blades back. And let's bring those arms to the ceiling, bringing that big ball of energy to heart center, taking a deep breath in and letting it all go. I hope you enjoyed this Friday morning class and have some fun this weekend. And thanks again for coming. Bye-bye.